Bienvenidos. Welcome back to another episode of Island God Talk Podcast, man. You already know who in the building. JU sitting across from Kingmeechyyy. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing good, man. It's a nice day. We here. We making progress. We on the mission. We on the path. I can't complain.
I'm telling you. And it's real sunny outside today, too.
Yeah.
It's a great day.
Yeah, spring coming to an end. I think we still got one more month of that. Summer is coming, y'all. Summer is coming. If your body not ready, it's crunch time. It's crunch time. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't do nothing on winter, shit, you grinding for next summer. But you need to start yesterday.
I feel that. And, I feel like it's important to keep, a good body year round. But,
Yeah.
I feel like a great way to start is having to go, having an 8-pack by the summer, bro. I feel like that would be a great goal to have.
Yeah, and then I was also thinking about see, I don't even be thinking about the average motherfucker sometimes, but I was thinking those guys who was spent the winter bulking, they trying to get a new cut. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking it's kind of crunch time for them because some people they bulk in the winter and then they get flabby by summer because they don't understand all right, I bulked up enough, now it's time to cut back down.
I like that. And I don't believe in the traditional, bulking cutting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like just getting, too big, I feel like I can't be the best version of myself when I'm, fat.
I think that's more of a thing people don't be understanding. There's weightlifting, there's bodybuilding, there's different types of training for how you want to be. And I think bodybuilding, you're damn near making a work of art, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to go on stage and have the best looking body. So you're going to be trying to sculpt that perfectly. And I think those are the guys who should do that kind of bulk and cut thing to get their body how they want to. But if you just or maybe you just want to look good aesthetically and you're trying to work on that, maybe, I don't know. But as far as the dirty bulking, I don't fuck with that.
I feel that. And I look at it like this, it's all how you want your body to look, male or female.
Yeah.
Because it feel like it's going to depend on your genetics, what's really going to look better on you. But find a body type that you want and literally work towards doing it. What kind of, if you want a body type, with abs, what do people with abs do? Look at their workouts.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. That's all you got to do is get the knowledge, know what to do, and then just applying it every day, staying disciplined, and focusing on the work, but also knowing the goal you want as far as don't forget why you started working out if it was to get a particular body shape.
Exactly. But we can get really into this. That was y'all health tip of the day. Have you been watching the NHL or keeping up with it?
I know the first few picks, but I think I know where you're going with this.
You think so? Where you think I'm going?
Let's go ahead.
All right, let me get there. Bro, people have been the black community, the black women community have been coming at a lot of these NFL prospects for having white women, having white women on their arms. And I'm talking coming at them, telling oh, they're not wives, they're just girlfriends. And they're kind of mad at the athletes too. And I feel I also called them corny. Called black athletes corny. It was this one girl was oh, they're corny, they can't get black girls, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, I feel like it should be the other way around. You're mad because you can't get athletes. Especially the ones that's going to the league. Bro is literally in the league now. And I feel that's where they're mad and that's where the hate is coming from. So, and I feel her having that mindset is why they're not getting them. Why do you feel he has to get you?
Mm-hmm.
He has all the options in the world, apparently. I feel you should be trying to get him.
Yeah, man. This topic's been around. It kind of happens every once in a while. They take a small sample size of men, and it's usually they look at these athletes, and a lot of them did have white girlfriends. Most of them went to PWIs where they were only around white girls. That's one of the factors. You also have the fact that the majority of the Western black women, they're not willing to be with a guy through his college grind. Now niggas get NLI deals, but that is the top tier. In football, it's even less because you're less marketable than a basketball player because you got a helmet on all the damn time. So these guys, they're broke college students, and most black women aren't willing to stay down through that grind. Whether the white woman, more so, you hear it a lot that they are taught to go to college to find a husband. The black women look down on that. They look like, oh well, we're focused on our education, da 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 da. And to me, you can't get mad at them because they're doing what's best for their like future and survival. And if they want to be a housewife, they're gonna go to college where you usually have a better dating pool as far as like guys who have something going for themselves, to where you can find the right guy, find a guy that's a doctor or a lawyer or an athlete that may possibly be going to play professional sports. Take a chance being with him and locking him down early while you're at your prime. You're at your physical prime as far as like being a beautiful woman, and you can still get the guy. Rather the And I think all of those points I just said, they go out the window. All they see is black guy, money, and him with a white girl. They don't see the story behind it, what went into that, how was he raised, and the fact that people are gonna date who's around him. He probably wasn't around too many ratchet black girls if he's going to the league. Ratchet girls of any race, if he's going to the league.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I feel like it really is the backstory behind it. Because, like you said, if you're all around white girls, that's what you're going to get. And I feel like it's going to go into that more so personality. Because it was some men saying the reason he's with these white women is because they're not as needy. Basically saying they're not as needy as a black female. Just like based off maintenance. A lot of black girls like, hey, I need money for hair, nails, lashes, it's just like that. Where so the white women were so non-caring about that stuff. You gotta think she's white. All she has to do is goddamn brush her hair. Most of these white girls not getting like long nails.
If you're a full-time student athlete, it usually not gonna even make sense to be in a relationship unless you have that type of girl that knows that she gotta stay down, that knows that damn, he got class, he gotta study, he got practice, he got games, he got events, he got a bunch. His schedule's gonna be full 9 times out of 10. So yeah, I can't be this needy little bitch. You know what I'm saying? I just like most of them, they understand that, and some black girls do too. But the majority, the ones that are complaining in the comments, those are the women we're speaking to, not the ones that know that. Yeah, like that are okay with staying down for the grind and stuff like that. But I'll even say like, yeah, it seemed like when I was in school, I went to 3 HBCUs. So, and I've been on PWI campuses before, but actually like my experience at HBCUs, you see relationships here and there, but most people are just like sleeping around, and that's like a part of our community and part of our culture to a point. It happens a lot. Don't get me wrong. The white people be going crazy. They do the same thing, but at the end of the day, they have a goal of, I'm trying to get a husband.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. There was like the white women, they're more submissive and they give more. Like even with the dudes with the NIL, they're like their girl be behind them stuff, and it's just not like that with the black women. And I look at it like this, especially like growing up, like I was around mostly like white kids, like in school, like elementary school and shit like that. I feel like that is true. You are who you like are around. Like if there's only white girls, how do you expect them to see something else? And I feel like that's best for him because who really wants to hang around like ratchet girls of any kind? Like,
Yeah. And
especially you got so much going on for yourself.
Yeah, to me it's like even bringing it to a more like spiritual level. It's like if you are the type to be divisive about anything, whether like if you want to separate yourself from other people versus because of like physical aspects and things like that, you can't be as enlightened as you think you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? If you like, oh no, I don't like them, or you ain't supposed to mix with them, and me, my perspective, I guess it can be whooped. I am of mixed descent, you know what I'm saying? So to me, if, okay, you know what I'm saying, I'm with a black woman now, but let's say, okay, we're not together no more, and I decide to entertain a white woman, like it's already been done before in my motherfucking bloodline, like, so maybe my perspective is a little bit warped like that, but I still don't think it's nothing wrong. Now, I don't know, if I was like super, like if I was very, very, very dark skinned, I might would want to like keep that going. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm all about like loving myself, and they always hit guys with the, oh, you must not like your mom. That's kind of different from me too, because you seen my mom before. My mom is very, very, you know what I'm saying, light complexion. Almost looks like she white. You know what I'm saying? So I guess.
And so I was about to say, your mom, she's lighter than you.
Yeah, they would they would say my opinion is invalid.
No, you can't say that. No, because I look at it like this. You like who you like, you love who you love. Like, I feel like if you should have any choice in this world, it should be who you want to raise kids with. I feel like, fuck all the other shit. Like, and who you really want to have a kid with.
It's
like
about character, man. Character, compatibility. I think like you can't. I don't think you should try to force yourself with someone that you're not compatible with. Like, if I don't like how this white girl smell, then I might not need to like be with her long term, because it's only gonna annoy me, and she can't change it if it's just her natural scent. She could try to cover it up at some points, but I don't like how she naturally smell. Then that can be a problem. And they even say like a lot of girls, if they start a relationship while they're on birth control, if the guy's not like, it's usually guys that aren't that attractive. If he's not that attractive, like when she gets off the birth control, her hormones change back to their normal state, and she might not like how he smells. She just might not find him as attractive as she did as when she was on birth control.
That's a fact, because I feel like hormones play a real role into this shit. And I feel like that's how you gonna know you find your person. Like, like y'all hormones are damn near like connected on some shit. Like, you like the way this person smells. Like,
Yeah. Like by that's like that's why I think it's so more than surface level, because it's chemical, it's biological as far as attraction. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. So if you're attracted to something, I feel like you should be able to go for it. I mean, I feel like, don't get me wrong, because the people that's going to say, oh, what do you and this white woman have in common? Bro,
Those football players probably have a lot in common with those white women. To be honest, when it comes to, especially if they were raised mostly going to private schools, PWIs, you got to think, most of these guys, especially that's making it to the league now, they're 2000s babies. A lot of these guys that's making it to the league is different from 30, 40 years ago, where like, you're not going to see, unless the guy's just like super talented, a guy just start playing football his 11th, 12th grade year of high school and you making it to the league. You got kids that been literally built for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Raised, groomed for this shit to be a football player. And you think those parents are going to allow the kids to put themselves around people who aren't the best for them, like future-wise and successfully?
That is true. I feel like that's a major responsibility, choosing a good wife, like, especially like whether it's genetics or like where she's from. Because I look at it like this: a lot of people say, "Oh, she's not from where I'm from. She hasn't been through what I've been through," or vice versa. I'm like, I don't think I want a girl that's been through stuff I've been through. I feel like we be trying to like, and that's more so like trying to make a trauma bond.
Yeah.
Type shit. Like, I don't want my girl to have any like really too much of a negative experience in life. Like, we want to see the positive and be like more so a happy going person. That's how I would want my wife.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Like, I don't want her from the trenches. Like, I don't want her to have grown up in Jackson Ward and type shit, then do shootouts like that.
Yeah, hell yeah, because it's like the more damages, and it's like, yeah, those women, like, I can't say it's all black women are making themselves undesirable, but it's a large number, and you do have guys that are saying like, okay, I ain't gonna take the chance. Me personally, I look at everybody as an individual, so it's on a case by case basis, and I'm gonna judge you off your character and things like that. And of course, a woman, you're gonna judge her off her past as well. But we still, like, as men, we should be able to make our choices, and also we do have to understand that women, just like men, are territorial in some sense. Know what I'm saying? Like, even a feminine woman, it's just a way a feminine woman and a masculine woman goes about being territorial. These masculine women, they in the comments. The feminine woman, they like, okay, what do I need to do better to be able to get the type of man I want?
Exactly, bro. Hating on them publicly, that's not gonna get what you want. Like,
Fuck no.
and I feel like if she could be in that position with her man, she would definitely do it. That's just how I feel. But I also feel like when this really comes down to your type, it might be kind of difficult to find her if that's all you are going for. I feel like it shouldn't be a pre-bias in your head. Oh, I'm only gonna date a white person. I'm only gonna date a black person. Because that's what me and one of my men was talking about. He was like, I'm too picky. That's what he said. I'm literally too picky. And I was like, I feel you, but at the same time, I do understand. Like, I know if I know we don't got not shit in common, there's.
Yeah, to me, it's like, do you want a girlfriend, a wife, or your girlfriend and your wife? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a difference when it really comes down to it. You can just have any of your girl and make it your girlfriend and tolerate the dumb shit she does and the stressful situations that arise out of you not being with the girl that's perfect, damn near perfect for you, or you can find that one that is, or do the work and let her come to you.
I agree with the last one. Do the work and let her come to you. And I feel like if that's how the shit happen, that's how the shit happen. Bottom line, let people love who they want to love, bro. I mean, as simple as that. But since we are speaking on that and speaking on like the more so relationship aspect, do you feel like when it comes down to that, these athletes should be married if the girl did hold them down during that process? Because that's what they said. They was like, these are girlfriends, not wives. But like, wouldn't that be somebody you would think about marrying at least?
Yeah, I mean, pretty sure most of them just waiting for the check to come in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what if most of those women, they're literally, they want to come back from winter break with a ring. That's their goal. Winter break senior year or junior year, they want to come back with a ring. Because they usually, okay, let me go see his family and yada, yada, yada. But if that doesn't happen and they don't propose on the field like Trevor Lawrence or some shit like that, then then they definitely will want that soon. And of course, the woman is gonna push for that. Definitely when they get settled, what teams he's gonna be on. And they got a house and all those things.
I totally agree. But I feel like us in the black community, we mess up. We be getting the girl pregnant.
Yeah.
Like our athletes, like I feel like that's so much better. A lot of the athletes nowadays, they'll just get a girl pregnant, no ring, no girlfriend, and a lot of times it'd be a porn star.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather them live a more stable life, whether it's just all right, I'm gonna have a few girls I entertain every once in a while, but I'm really just focused on what I got to focus on. Like, girls is such a small percentage of my life, or I just have like this one girl, or even if I got two wives, but I'm not stepping outside of that. Really, it's just and they are both benefiting me in my life in some form. They rather than just fucking all the girls you see at all of the celebrity events and NFL parties and flying through these cities and shit like that.
How crucial do you think it's important to go off your instincts? And do you think your instincts is the first thing that pops into your head?
I mean, it can be. I also think things can become instinct. Like when you talk about it in like the animal kingdom, it's instinctively, like we all breathe is instinctively. That's an instinct. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of the things that we're born in. But I remember like just playing football, being a running back. I just remember like making this crazy cut one time, and then my homie, he was on the sideline, he asked me like how I seen that. And to me, it was just instinct from doing it so much in practice. It almost kind of became instinct. And then I think you also have like your gut, that kind of gut feeling, what can also direct you. I think instinct is more so what you do when you kind of already in the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I guess you could instinctively to make a decision as well. But I think that's kind of more so like going with your gut when you talk about like making decisions.
I like that a lot because I was thinking, as like business people, you're supposed to make decisions fast, like fast. You try to use as little brain power as possible, for real. But I also look at it as like, how do you know what's going to be the right decision for you, like in the business world?
I think it's gonna be partly your instincts, partly like if you, like, boom, if this is your 105th deal, you trying to close this deal, you've been in the shit, you already know how to do this shit, you've done it multiple times before, then it's damn near instinct. If not, and you still trying to make it quick, shit, you going off the information you got, how you feel, and the things your experience, like any type, if you do have any experience when it comes to like those business decisions. To me, anything is better than not doing nothing though.
Yeah, and I was just about to say that, bro. Trial and error. I feel like that's the only way I really get better. Like I just try to say, it didn't work. Let me adjust something and come back at it. I feel like we just gotta, like us as like everybody, we just gotta more so trial and error and stick with something. Most people don't stick with nothing until like it's able to form anything.
Yeah. And that's partly like I believe Hamza was calling that like a damn near feminine trait, and also comes from just having so much brain fog.
Instant gratification.
Yeah. You have brain fog from all that dopamine and shit like that. So it's like, we doing something, and then you're like, you see some shit about something else instead of being focused on your goal you had. You're like, let me try job shipping for 30 days now. Yeah, if you try job shipping for longer than that 30 days that you did, then that could have took you somewhere. But the shit you was already doing over here probably would have took you somewhere too if you had spent more time on it. So I think,
So I feel like it is about like time spent, like time shooting in the gym type shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is in any business. Because we was just talking about this earlier. When it comes down to this trading shit, like you post something about trading, it's like and people ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Bro, but it's like, it's not like rocket science, my nigga. You just don't put enough time in to really learn what the fuck we're doing.
Hell yeah. And it's all about literally like choosing, like forming. First thing you're gonna do is get knowledge, understand the charts, understand the market. Then after that, just finding out what strategies you like best and making them work best for you. That's finding your edge. You know what I'm saying? That's finding your edge in the market. Once you find the edge, it's just continue to do the same thing over and over consistently, and following your rules and trying to win more than you lose.
I'm telling you, and then it's gonna come like a fucking trial and error, and that's basically how I explain it. Like, my nigga, it's trial and error. Yeah, you might blow up your account. Fuck it.
I don't know no nigga that I've learned from that says, I've never blown my account up.
Exactly. That's how I know niggas be lying when they talk about trading, bro. You've blown that bitch up.
Yeah. Like if you're doing options, you've blown your account up in your beginning. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you did, maybe you that one guy, but even to me, I'd rather have blown my account up and learned from it, felt that pain, dropped that to a tear, and keep it fucking moving.
I promise you, and I feel like that's what the best traders they talk about. Like, even they may have had like beginner's luck and went on the crazy spree. They eventually gave a lot of the money back. And I feel like when it comes down to us, so it's no matter what you want to do and put time and effort in. Even if it's sports betting, I don't recommend sports betting at all because like that's just a different breed, and that's really, it literally says it in the name. You're betting.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's like, I feel like any type of trading is gonna be more so calculated gambling. Like, there's patterns in basketball or whatever sport you're betting as well, but there's so many variables that you cannot account for. Exactly. Like, I know the stock, it could crash or it could fucking go up crazy. I know it's not gonna get injured and stop working. You know? That shit could happen, but it's highly, highly unlikely that the stock is gonna get injured or the stock is gonna get attacked and thrown out the fucking game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit did happen to one stock. I forgot the name. It was, I think it was like ETC, like something, and it just got held. Like it just stopped. Like it just.
Oh yeah, they get the market does hold stocks and shit sometimes, but that's a little bit different. You usually know, okay, it gets halted. That's kind of a good thing. That means just a lot of momentum on this motherfucker. But
Yeah, that's literally what happened. It was hella momentum. Like they just stopped it, bro. But I feel like that's the only thing. And think about how rare that is. Like I've only seen it literally happen one time. But, and I feel like that's what we should be doing, working on something and getting a fucking good skill. Because I was talking to this one girl and she was like, oh, I like my man to have like a physical skill, like know how to fucking do some shit like carpentry and shit like that. And yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but I do feel like you have to adapt with times, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's just a fact. Like while the internet is going, you need to learn how to make money on the internet, regardless. No matter if you are a carpenter. I feel like
it's always ways, like you don't even have to do carpentry. You can teach carpentry. You can teach it on the internet or whatever, and you're gonna be making a lot of times more money than you would keep using your body to do that physical skill over and over and over. And knowing how to do it, it's a good thing. It's good to know how to be handy with your hands as a man. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of part of being a man, but you definitely want to adapt with the times. Some people are still not good with the internet, and now we have AI and all these things coming. It's like you gotta stay. If you're not gonna be ahead of the game, at least be with the game. You feel me?
Literally, I like that too. At least be with the game, like adjusting. Cause, like I said, we were talking about this, and we're almost 6 months in this year. Like, what are we, like 2 months off?
Yeah, it's the 4th.
Yeah,
almost the 5th month tomorrow.
Exactly. And like, look at what you've been doing at the beginning of the year. Think about what you got to do towards the ending, because we're getting a new president this year. It's going to be a lot of changes, and I feel like you never know what is going to happen. So the best way is to prepare for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to be getting that internet money in need-based businesses as well. You know what I'm saying? When we had the pandemic come through, the things that weren't being like hurt was the need-based businesses, like, you know what I'm saying, taxes, whatever the fuck, people like food and shit, like people going and it's like people gonna need certain things all the time. So.
Exactly, they always will, and I feel like people are gonna want things a lot of times, and I feel like people love to spend money. Mm-hmm. Like you just gotta find out what people want to spend money
now, hell yeah. You gotta find out what they want to, because right now a lot of people aren't spending money, but that's why you gotta fix somebody's problem and get where the money is being spent. Because certain things people are always gonna spend money, especially if you make them feel like, you know what I'm saying, they need what you got, or you give them some type of emotional attachment to it.
Something. And I feel like it's going to be something out there, and there's something out there for every single body. You just got to find out what that something is.
Mm-hmm. And if it's like, the shit might not even be for you. It's this girl I know, she was making cookies and had hella revenue, going crazy on Facebook and all that, like just making cookies, selling cookies. And now I guess she got enough revenue from that, because she don't even want to do it no more. And that's why it's like, even in business, like people think, oh, I'll start my own business now, I don't have to eat shit anymore. Sometimes you gotta eat shit in business, you know what I'm saying? Like you might have to do something that's this gonna give me the money to be able to do what I really want to do, and then you just do it like that, because like everybody got dreams and goals, but startup capital and like the right knowledge is the thing that really kind of blocks most people.
Exactly, and if you don't got that, make an action plan to get it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We was talking about earlier. We was talking about this business idea. Like, what's your action plan? You need, and I feel like a lot of guys, they don't be having action plans. Like you just go talk to your homie, like, oh yeah, we gonna get these vending machines, we gonna make it big. But like, what's the plan to get these?
Yeah, like I actually, what's the first actionable steps? Like, what's the first things we actually need to do? And that's what stops. Like, everybody got an idea.
Exactly.
Everybody got ideas, and a lot of people got great ideas. A lot of people die with great ideas that they never did because they never said like, all right, what's the first thing I need to do? All right, after that, then what do I need to do? And a lot of people, they like that with everything in their life, not just even business. Just goddamn, I don't know. It's like they don't break things down into the steps, so it make it seem like it's a harder job than what it is.
In reality, it never is.
Yeah, it's like you might have something you need to throw away, and you done had it sitting for a while, like an old piece of furniture or something. You're like, damn, like, I gotta get that bitch out the door. I gotta get it downstairs. I gotta take it to the dumpster. But if you would have just got up and did it and not even thought about this shit and just did it, you would be a lot further along.
Exactly, and I feel like that's the case. That's why so many people with business or people that have failed like 3 businesses, why eventually they succeed, bro, they are getting it. It's one, trial and experience. 2, they're actually making steps toward it. You're not going to wake up one day with a multi-million-dollar business unless like maybe somebody died and gave you some shit.
Yeah. And also another little nugget, do something that laziness is becoming profitable now. I'm saying, like, the fact that people are lazy, you can profit off that. You can become a travel agent and book flights for people because people too lazy to book their own trips. So you can get commission off doing stuff like that. Like, whatever you kind of interested in. You don't got to be, oh, I want to run my own business, because that's not for everybody. I do think everybody should have some forms of investments, some form of income bringing investments that's separate from your 9 to 5 or your job or whatever. But you can find different ways. Like, people don't like Uber Eats, all these. A lot of people are just profiting off the fact that people are too lazy to get up.
That is true. Which is kind of terrible, but that is very so true. And I feel like you can get yourself into one of these businesses or like a trade or something. Bro, the money is limitless. That's where limitless money comes from.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like college, bro, I'm not going to say college is a scam, but I feel like when you're choosing a business to get into or a profession, know how much money the top person makes, and are you okay with that? And are you okay with doing the work to become like a top 1% in that thing?
Yeah.
If the top person only is making 120 grand, you got to be okay knowing, oh, I'm only going to make 120 grand with this.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, that's great. And it's like, yeah, if that's great for you, that's great for you. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, everybody don't want to be the richest, biggest, baddest motherfucker in the land like me, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
And that's perfectly is okay. But I feel like you're really trying to be the best version of yourself. I feel like you can't be the best version of yourself without making the most money possible.
Yeah, you gotta get them funds, man. You gotta get, like, that's just like step one with everything when it comes to anything, because you don't, it take money to make money.
It does, and I feel like it's the same thing with your body. You want to be the best version of yourself. That's how I know I haven't hit the best version of myself yet, because I feel like I'm still grinding. Like, when I know I've hit the best version, everything is going to be in order. Like, I'm talking top 1% in every single aspect, and I feel like that's what we should be working on. Because you got to think about it. Mostly, if you're not at that point in your life, you're probably missing something. Either your body, your finances, or like your mental, like your mental's fucked up, or like you're not getting enough knowledge. You're lacking in some area. Everybody on this bitch is lacking in some area, and I feel like you really try to focus on one of those areas and then get them all up. That's when you're gonna be the best version of yourself.
But for a lot of it, I like to believe that I'm the type of person, and I think y'all should kind of have that mindset too, that I don't need, like, if I'm going to change something, I'm going to just flip the switch. You know what I'm saying? I think it's feminine behavior to, like, okay, I'm going to take my time with it. It's like, no, if you want to stop something, like, you really, really want to stop something, just, boom, just stop it. You know what I'm saying? like you, it's definitely harder than it sounds. Like, it depends what you want. Like, okay, you're an alcoholic. Yeah, it's gonna take some shit, but at the end of the day, it's got to be one day that was your last day, and that's supposed to be yesterday. You know what I'm saying? If yesterday was your last day, then you just take everything day by day before beyond then. And if you can't beat your mind, like this is how you know you weak. Is if you got something that like you can't stop, or you get like extra irritated when you do stop to the point where it makes you do it again. Then like whether it's fucking jerking off, masturbating, watching porn, drugs, weed, alcohol, any of that shit. If you got something like that and you can't stop, then yeah, your mind is weak, and that's probably the thing holding you back in life.
That is true. And that's why I feel like it is good to be doing something just strictly for discipline.
Hell yeah. Like me, boom. That's why with the trick, take breaks. But I also know like my mind is so strong. Like the biggest thing that even would make me like smoke or anything is the environment I'm in. Cause I already know, boom. When I go to other environments, I'm not thinking about it at all. Don't need it at all. Just chilling. And like that's what most of my homies found out when they went overseas to other places. They like, damn, I ain't think about a blunt this whole time. And at the crib, I feel like I need it, and it's a lot. And it's the environment, and that's what a lot of you guys like. We tell y'all, experience the world, go get somewhere.
I totally feel it, bro. Oh, we gotta talk about this, bro. You remember when Tay fucking had this cigar? It was Tay when he had the cigar. He broke that bitch down.
Oh yeah.
He rolled that bitch.
Yeah.
Bro. And I feel like it's just that shit was so insane. But I feel like it is like environmental stuff. But like he didn't cop any gas.
Yeah. He didn't cop any gas, and I think because he had it in his pocket, and it was kind of breaking down. So like when we caught him, we was making jokes like, "Oh, you missing the tree that bad." But yeah, I think in that was funny. But also, like, for a lot of y'all, it's not just, it's some tree. It's the nicotine addiction, too. Yeah. And that's what will get a lot of people. I don't know. To me, I never enjoyed nicotine by itself. So I never seen the point in it versus, like, somebody like the Taste who've never had tree by itself. They've only ever had nicotine. So they got a different perspective on me. That's why they smoke cigars and shit like that and shit. Even in Colombia, I hit a cigar, but it was not like this is. I didn't really enjoy it. I'm like, okay, like this was for the aesthetics at that point.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't enjoy cigars either, but
yeah, I haven't tried like a super fancy, expensive one. But we bought one off the streets that probably was fake anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of insane though. That's kind of insane. Bro, but I feel like you will never know that until like you start leaving out the country and like doing things. But I honestly do feel like any bad habit in your life or anything, you should be able to just stop at any point. And like just like when I was in Cali, I didn't smoke until like the last day out there, bitch. Mm-hmm. And I was. And
it's like that's how you know. That's how you know between. Like I guess it's gonna have to be. Can something just be a habit, or does it have to be a good habit or a bad habit? I kind of think it got to be one or the other.
Yeah, I would say it has to be one or the other because like it's either
helping you or not. So I guess
but that can vary. That can vary whether it's helping you or not.
Because I'll say when I take breaks, I don't smoke weed for a while, and then I do. I get the more so the benefits of it helping me creatively, and I get a million ideas like, oh, I need to do this, then I need to do this, and shit like that. So I think. And I think it's everything's beneficial in its own way, but I think too much of anything is the problem. And if you can't just stop, if you can't just stop, then you understand you have a problem. Your mind is weak. You need to get it strong. You need to build an iron mind.
I promise you, an iron mind, because idle mind is the devil's playground. Mm-hmm. So, and I feel like a lot of times the devil can use like little triggers like that to like disrupt you and your life. And I feel like if you're to the point where anything is making you like get analysis paralysis, things like that, or giving you like you notice like it's kind of giving you anxiety or stuff like that.
Yeah, and to me it's like I don't know. It's more one of those things like I can't come and do this like super smack. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't like I haven't really made any content like. Being like dumb and high, like maybe some runs or some shit like that. But anything I gotta sit down and talk and be be
more present.
Yeah, present, but also articulate. You know what I'm saying? Even like things like that, I got to be more like in control and shit like that. Like that's why I can't. I don't know how the people who like DJ Ghost, he said, well, he kind of reacting to the thing, so that's a little bit different. He not really talking to nobody, but if we're bouncing ideas and we're talking back and forth, I want my mind to be at least somewhat sharp to where like I'm not just or when I'm at the point where I'm like forgetting things and shit.
I feel that, and I feel like, but DJ Dose, I feel like he's been doing that for so long. If when I really think about it, someone that really influenced this YouTube shit for me was like DJ Ghost. Like that was one of the only YouTubes I really watched because I thought that shit was so cool. I saw around, I was like, this nigga smoking, reacting, and like this nigga's getting chilling. Like shout out Ghost.
Yeah, shout out Ghost. He's one of those guys where, I mean, and to me, I don't know. Maybe if he wasn't getting high, he might be bigger. He might be bigger.
Oh, he definitely would be.
Yeah. Because I do think it's something that you shouldn't be doing all day, every day, because it's gonna mess with your productivity. Even caffeine, you're doing it all day, every day, all day. It's gonna mess with your productivity because you're gonna start developing damn near ADHD like symptoms and not being able to focus if you having too much. That's why I'm off the caffeine now. I just started drinking more like hot teas and shit. So some of them have like a small bit of caffeine. I'm trying to get on my Oriental wave.
I was about to say that's what's up. Niggas start drinking tea. Nigga logged in. I like that. I like that a lot. And I feel like it can be the same thing. Like I notice a lot of people, they say, "Oh, they don't drink alcohol." I can feel you. I feel because we already talked about this. Alcohol, it will bring out the feminine demons and shit like that. But I feel like when you start dealing with like alcohol, it just, how are you using it? And that's the main thing. And that's like with any drug, because alcohol is a drug. It is a drug. But let's say you are, because they say you can have fun without drinking. I look at it like this. Yeah, you can have fun without drinking, and like, but I feel like you can have like a lot of fun with drinking. Like I totally do feel like if that's what you're into, like you want to have some fun. Yeah, I feel like it's okay to dibble and dabble in alcohol.
Yeah, with me, it's just about, like I said, it's the amounts, and you don't want to be dependent on it for any aspect. Like, you should still be able to have a lot of fun without it. It's just, a lot of times, like, think of the club or anything like that, or just nightlife parties and shit like that. Everybody is drinking and music and dancing. Now you can go in there and entertain just the music and dancing, probably still have a good time, but it's not going to be as fun because you're on a different wavelength than everybody else there. Literally. Everybody else has lowered themselves down, have opened themselves up, like spiritually and physically, to being open to more things and shit like that. You can still get on that wave, just going there, shit, pretending to be drunk for 5 minutes, and you're gonna end up down on that same wavelength as them. But it's still like one of those things. Like if you feel like you need it, then it's definitely a problem. I've never been like heavy on, full on drinker. It's always been like a occasional, mostly thing for me. Like I'm not a day drinker, definitely not a morning drinker. I don't like drinking in the day because it just fucks your whole day up as far as productivity wise. So, like, and I don't like really. Yeah, it's gonna be like nightlife with the guys type shit if we choose to, but it's not like I'm around anybody that's gonna be like, oh, you're not drinking tonight? Lame. Like, nah. Sometimes, shit. The other day we go in the bar. I just get a water, my guys get shots and shit, and I be chilling. I just sip on the water like it's some liquor or some shit like.
I'm telling you. And only reason I want to bring this up because I feel like it definitely can be a balance, like when it comes down to like having fun. But I feel like it's just what you feel as fun. A lot of people feel like work is fun, and I get dopamine hits from like the work niggas do, like posting videos, because that's what it is. It's a fucking dopamine hit. So I feel like, what do you find fun? I find trading very fun.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's something fun. Like,
and it's like Luke Belmere, I think is his name. He takes the more extreme route with a lot of stuff. But I remember he was talking to like Fresh from Fresh and Fit, and Fresh was talking about. He was asking him like, because he's saying like, I know you got a girlfriend, you got a good girl and all that stuff, but I never see you out around other women. I don't see you partying. I don't see you drinking and all that stuff. And then he asks, like, Fresh, like, he seen Fresh having problems with Instagram thoughts, and Fresh had actually admitted he has a problem, like he can't stop flying out the Jones to Miami and shit like that. He said even Myron be telling him to chill and stuff like that. And bro was saying, but he told Luke, he was telling him like when he first came over to America, the first 2 years, Fresh didn't talk to no girls, probably because he wasn't the high, quote unquote, high value nigga he is today, if he is. but probably because he's not what he used to be. I mean, yeah, and he said he was just grinding, going to work, not talking to too many girls, and then once he got his stuff up, he started to like entertain women and understood the content game, the Instagram game, and stuff like that. But Luke told him like, now what if at your current status you are now, you had that same grind you did when you weren't partying and talking to girls? He's like, damn, I'd be a lot further ahead and wouldn't have all these problems and shit.
That's a fact. Cause these things like going to the club, getting drunk, getting women, bro, there's gonna be, yeah, you might have a good time, but there's gonna be a lot of consequences that come with it too. And that's just dealing with women, especially a lot of women. You are asking yourself, and opening yourself up for consequences. But I feel like if you really, because me and my friend was talking about this, if you wasn't the type of person to trick on girls, like, even if it's a small amount, let's say you just meet a girl and you send her $25 for some Chipotle. Let's say, and mind you, you're not rich. Boom, that's cool. So I would still expect you. So when you are rich, then you might do send a girl like a 10 racks on for some shit. Like, let's say it was like to fly her out, her and her friends. I could expect something from you. But like, if you wasn't doing that before you had money, I feel like you can't do it once you start getting money. I feel like you're not really living in your truest form. Because you wasn't like this before the money. Because they say money, it doesn't change you. It just amplifies who you truly are.
Yeah, in some aspects, but some guys don't even know who they truly are until they got it. So he's like, so yeah, I mean, so he was the type of guy that's like, shit, if I can't afford to fly with the baddest bitches, I ain't gonna fuck with no bitches. Know what I'm saying? When he was coming up. Which is like, I mean, to be honest, once you've achieved certain levels in life, it's marginal things separating you from other guys. Even a guy like Myron and a guy like the Tapes, like the Tapes, like yeah, they got probably a couple 100 million difference between like money and shit like that, but at the same time, he's still, even though to us, I think you need other things, but to society, he's still in the top 1% of men. So, it's just to each his own when it comes to how much degeneracy you gonna allow in your life and how much you gonna let that affect you. When you talk about Alex Becker and Hormozy guy, those are the type of guys you can tell that they're more so business. They trying to be the best. Top 1% of the 1%, man.
And I feel like if that's what you really want self-improvement, that's where you should be aiming for, like making like the 300 million.
Yeah.
And that's what I really want to inspire to all y'all. Don't get me wrong. So that's why I say this to say, like, yeah, you want to go out party, have a good time. Yeah, have a good time. But know when it's time to work. And know, like, sometimes there is no party. Like, no, it's work.
And know that partying is going to affect your work simply because literally. The things you eat, the things you ingest, you're going to have more brain fog, you're going to have less focus, but it's going to, like, the differences are going to be so marginal. Like, if you're the type of guy that you work out, you meditate, you work on your businesses, you work on your social skills and all those things, like, yeah, if you drink or smoke a little bit, it's marginal effects because you got so much. It's like even he was saying like smoking don't affect him because he work out so much.
I feel that,
like the cigars and shit.
Yeah. But I feel like That's with anything, like with anything that will be considered negative. If you do take that out of your life, you are going to exponentially grow because you got to think that 1% over time.
Yeah,
Shit
yeah,
adds
it's
up.
definitely works. It definitely has its benefits as far as like shit like that. But we've seen business guys on nicotine and caffeine, and
And
I think,
Coke.
yeah, hell yeah, and those are things that they might help you in business short term, but the long term is you're sacrificing your health basically at that point. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your lung health or
Liver.
your liver, some part of your brain or your nervous system, because I know caffeine does affect that.
Exactly. And I feel like you really want to be the highest form of yourself. You really want to be the best. You can't really be doing it. Nah,
I don't know. Just drink some tea, folks.
I'm telling you. I don't feel like ain't nothing wrong with tea for me personally. I like it.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I'm getting the whole little Japanese tea set. I'm doing it right. For sure.
You gonna have tea parties?
Nah, it's just for me and my guests.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. But we're gonna take a little jump. So when it really comes down back to these relationships, bro, do you feel like your girlfriend should be on the same type of vibes you're on? Like, let's say you're not really a big club goer, but she is.
Yeah, it's not gonna work out for the superior man. No. Like the man that's the lesser man, I guess you would call them, the Jeffries of the world. They are going to accept those things and then be mad about it and then let it fester into resentment. Usually,
And I look at it like this: you should want. I feel like there's nothing your girl should be doing that you wouldn't do. Like if she's going to the club, you can't date a girl that goes to the club if you don't go to the club. And I feel like that's where a lot of people would be messing
if
up.
you want sound mental health, you can. You can do it. You can do it. But if you want sound mental health and you want to keep your peace and be able to focus on your business, you can.
That's a fact, and that's really be my biggest thing. Like your girl shouldn't be doing nothing you're not doing. So if you're out, if you're late night grinding, blah blah blah, your girl shouldn't be out like in the club. Either I'm not saying she has to be doing the exact same
She
thing
need to
as
be
you do.
sleep or some shit. She gotta wake up early, laundry to be done, house need to be straightened, sandwiches need to be made. Like,
I'm telling you, sandwiches need to be made. I like that, but I feel like it has to be. Y'all have to be in coordinates, living in one purpose, and I feel like a lot of people they're not living in that one true purpose for the simple fact you're doing these things, but or let's say the things you're doing isn't aligned with your purpose. Like me personally, I'm this type of guy. I like to do cool shit. That's one thing I like to do. But if me doing cool shit was affecting like my other life, like my family life, like or my money making life, I feel like that's two different things. Like I can't say I want to be rich, but I'm going to the club every weekend.
mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely can't. I was just thinking like my goal shit is to be my girl sleep before me and I'm up before her type shit. You know what I'm saying? So and throughout the rest of the day, we got our own duties and stuff, but it's like you gotta have that set up. And like, it's never gonna be a perfect balance with anything, but you don't want you or her to be spending too much time. When I see the club, I just see it as like celebrating nothing. Like nobody did anything worth celebrating, but we about to go here and like we taking a hit right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Probably losing a bit on our life expectancy from drinking and eating food we ain't supposed to eat. Probably losing a couple dollars that we could have invested in ourselves and shit. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those high risk, no reward situations that we not really trying to be in so much, and you definitely don't want your girl putting herself in those type of situations.
I totally agree, and I feel like it's more so of the trade-offs. Like you're trading this for that, and I feel like you can't make too many. You shouldn't be making too many bad trade-offs or bad decisions.
Yeah, especially while you still in your 20s. It's your time to work and grind. You want to be stepping into your 30s at goddamn however you want to be like by the time you're in your 30s, you definitely want to be that highest version of yourself for sure. You want to have a solid foundation that you spent using your 20s, because most of the people you know, they're going to be going to the club every weekend. They're going to be going to do the same things, seeing the same people. One of them might die every now and then, but it's the same thing, same spaces, same clubs, and it's all in your city. It's all in your city, and that's why you got to be that. If you want to be that superior man, you gotta spend that time locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you step out there once in a while, show your face, let people know you still alive and shit. But you want to be exclusive.
Exactly. I like that. Exclusive. And really think about like how much money you spend and how much money can be really saved up into something. Because you got to think, if you start saving, imagine saving up money for a year, you're gonna have enough money to invest in a business, a good business at that. Like,
especially club money, I be seeing they be calculating how much money niggas spend in the club in a year. They be talking about 150 on club drinks. I was like, I don't know where y'all going spending that much. That's fucking dead. One time I spent that was on that Patron bottle in Colombia. But, yeah, like to me, even like when I do go out, I'm making smart, conscious decisions. Like I'm not going to the bar to drink Henny, especially like. It's a shot of Henny. Niggas don't know what type of cognac I got in this fucking cup, and the girls is not gonna want to fuck with me anymore. You probably less. More than likely, the drunker you get, the sloppier and stupid you looking in the face. So you probably not, like I was saying, gonna get as many girls unless they on that same type of time too, drunk and sloppy looking as well.
That is a fact. And I was just thinking about that. So, like, when it really comes down to saving money, everybody should be able to save money. And I feel like you just got to allocate your funds for it. That's why I say, like, you start saving money now for your business. By the time it is to start your business, you're going to be good. And now you can ball out in the club just because you spend this time actually working on something that's going to mean something. A lot of people, or like that start something and then just stop or like never start at all. Bro, like, you got to look back, like, what was you really doing with that time? Think about it, by the time you are, like, 30, 35, you're going to look back, like, what was I doing in my 20s?
Probably bullshit. Now you in the 30s, you unk in the warehouse now, still trying to fuck on the young Jones coming in there and shit like that, and still not focused because you eating shit food out the goddamn vending machine, and your whole shit is fucked up rather when you had more flexibility with your money, because by the time you get to your 30s as a man, niggas, your family, especially black people, your family gonna start looking at you crazy if you ain't really got much going on. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, they gonna start to see you as damn near useless, you know what I'm saying? Like, women, most of them, like some women don't have that luxury, but most women, they got someone that's always gonna be willing to take care of them. If not, they can just go find a simp type shit. Like, then the world gonna smack you in the face and you don't get on your shit.
I definitely agree. And I feel like with women, when it comes down to women in their like mid-30s and men in their mid-30s, bro, if you don't got money by the time you're in your mid-30s, bro, I don't know, you might got to do some rethinking. Like, I've noticed, like, most women in their 30s, they have jobs. They probably got a couple gigs, but she probably got a good job.
Yeah, she probably got something going on, you know what I'm saying? If she's anything to be looked at, you know what I'm saying? She definitely gonna have something going on. So, man, though, if you ain't got nothing going on, 35 and broke, me, I probably was fucking. We robbing the bank. We robbing the bank.
Hey, that's some legitimate shit, because I feel like it's easier to be like, oh, I'm just getting out of college. You know, you're broke. You're expected to be broke. You're just getting out of college. But, like, once you start getting older, then it's going to be looked on as more frowned upon. Then you're going to be them niggas, oh, she got a broke baby daddy. Nobody really wants to be that broke baby daddy.
Fuck nah. Shit. I mean, and it's really so you don't even have to rob the bank. I think about it. It's so many opportunities. Right? All I need is to work at a temp agency for 2 months. Save up enough money to where I get a one-way plane ticket to DR, and hopefully my phone got a decent enough camera, and I got a YouTube channel right there, and I just gotta ask for some donations at the end of my videos.
I'm telling you, it's something you can do out there. It's gonna be something.
That's a big leap. A lot of niggas, they like, oh my God, I don't know the names, this and that and the third.
gonna learn
Fuck,
that,
yeah, you gonna have to get them on your shit.
And I feel that, and I feel like some people have just really never had their back against the wall type shit. Like, nah, nigga, you have to succeed. Is no, and I feel like that's when people are really gonna start making breakthroughs when they feel like, no, I have to do this. It isn't I can't choose. No, like this shit has to work.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when shit gets real. Like, nah, this rent has to get paid, motherfucker. Like, that's when shit gets real.
Yeah, yeah.
We good? But that's going to be the end of today's video, man. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to another great episode.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all already know, man. As always, like y'all, we out.